need to make some big life changes.
How big?
Big.
Can you talk to me a bit about the discussions that you had with the producers and what went into the decision to leave the show?
I mean, the decision was completely a personal decision about my life. I did move to America when I was very young. It has been really hard for me, if I'm being candid, to be away from family. You know, I've spent my whole 20s basically in another country that I wouldn't have necessarily done, you know, if it wasn't for my work. And I found so much comfort and family in the Foster's cast and crew, and then Good Trouble. When the pandemic hit, it just became a little too much for me to be separated from them. I wasn't able to get to them if something happened. It was about a year and a half that I couldn't see them. I have a little brother. And it was really tough. And, you know I'm so lucky and privileged to have been able to work during the pandemic. I know so many people lost so much. I spoke to them and, you know, it was just like, I need to go home. I need to be able to be home at the moment, you know. When you go through something like that, it just makes things really clear. And I just knew it was time, and I had to just prioritize my family and my mental health, you know. So it was tough though. Oh my gosh, it was a really hard decision. And it was a really tough couple of episodes. I'm really, really proud of how we approached it. I thought it was really thoughtful. I think it's nice to see Callie off and be excited for her and see so much growth. That was really important to me, that she was chasing something that she really wanted, that wasn't coming from a place of reaction, that was coming from her taking control and taking charge. And, you know, Jamie being on that plane is just the cherry on top.
Kind of seems like the universe keeps pushing us together.
As coincidental as it was that he shows up on the same plane as her, I found it very oddly romantic that there's sort of this idea of fate and the universe bringing them together. What did you think of that final scene and like what it hints at for the two of them?
I was cheering when I read that script. I was so happy. I've always kind of rooted for them. I mean, I have always gone a bit back and forth, because whenever I'm shooting scenes with Tommy and Gael, I'm like, I love them together, so great. And then something will happen, and then I'll be like, no, I'm Team Jamie. So I yo-yo, but I do think that they are right for each other now that they've kind of had their times apart. They've kind of been able to meet with their values in the middle. I think they're kind of an unstoppable little duo, gonna take DC.
I just want to see Jamie and Callie like start their own firm where they like just challenge each other and big flirt. Like that would be my perfect spin-off.
I love it.
If you say spin-off 3 times in this vicinity, you never done Beetlejuice.
It's such an emotional episode, and there's so many great callbacks, even back all the way to the Fosters, and you have some of your Fosters family in it. Like shooting it, like I have a feeling I know the answer to this, but what was the most difficult goodbye to film?
I was a wreck.
This one here, this little lady. She would not stop crying.
I wouldn't. We hung out that weekend, like in the middle of filming, and we like had a whole breakdown. The end of an era, you know. I've really grown up with Maia by my side, and I'm gonna get emotional. It was really tough, but I feel like it was such a beautiful send-off, and I'm so proud of Callie and her growth. And you know, it was all of it was really, really hard. I think the hardest part was Mariana pretending like everything is okay, because I'm like, I'm not.
What are the odds that we will see Callie again at some point? Might we get a visit from her?
I mean, of course, Callie and Mariana are, you know, sisters for life, so It's definitely very possible that you'll see some Callie.
There's no getting rid of Callie.
Nah, you can't get rid of me.